So I kind of want to know, do you guys like the intro for the new like Q&A thing? Because I do intend to make this a normal thing for here on the channel. I just want to get your opinion, so let me know down in the comments below or in the next little post in which I'll let you guys know when I'm doing the Q&A again. Hi you guys, Yaro here. Welcome back to another Ask Yaro, where I ask you guys to send me in questions over on the YouTube community page and also the patron-only Discord chat. And with that, you guys get to ask me a ton of questions, let you guys know what my opinion is, get to interact with you guys. It's one of my favorite things to do. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into it. The first question, where did you get the Danmachi character info posters that you have in the background in some of your vids? So where I actually got those was when I went to Anime Expo last year. I got them at the big old Sentai Filmworks booth. That's also where I had acquired the Hestia plush that I got there. It's, I would say it's probably worth the buy if you're really into the series or if you're really into stuff, but also just going to their big booth and seeing all the super exclusive stuff there. Really cool. I suggest if there is ever a Sentai booth at your local convention, please go check it out. Do like Sentai, do not get me wrong. If it were possible, would you be willing to try a fan-only comic VA skit? Unfortunately, Ben, no. The way that I often do things considers me having to cast people that I think is right for the role, people that I trust that I would cast for to right for the role. I think I talked about this in a video a long time ago, the reason why I do not just say, yeah, sure, come play a thing whenever I get an email or a message of people saying, I want to voice acting your thing. The only way I can really say if you're ever interested in trying to make content is just to make content yourself to start with, because that's how people get invested in you. How was life for you so far? That's doing pretty okay. Will you go to Anime Expo? I want to meet you and say what's up to you in person. Well, Shadow Neko, I will be attending Anime Expo 2018 as I usually do. I've been attending Anime Expo for the past several years. I've gotten to meet a couple of fans and also several other people as well. Also, this is just a great place for me to meet up my own personal friends who are just all around everywhere. So yes, I will be going to Anime Expo 2018. All right, so now we're on the community page. Let's see what we got. What is your best impression of Asta? Ah! Remember Bakugan? Yes! 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 It's a damn shame that they died out. If you could live with your waifu for one day, what would you do? Including anything sexual, if you know what I'm saying. Also, you better give me 19 papayas. To the heavenly papaya! To be quite honest, like, that's just, even though, like, I understand, like, that's the way this kind of community is, like, haha, what lewd things would you do to your waifu? The general aspect that I try to avoid is that I don't generally invest myself into, hey, I want to fuck said character. That's just not really something that I'm really into. However, if I were to spend a day with any one of my favorite characters, I'd probably spend it with Saber and talk about, you know, the way Europe and the way England used to be and try to figure out, you know, every aspect that it was. I would like to know the actual physical history behind a fictional character like Arthur. If you could have any appliance as a head, what would it be? Maybe a toaster oven, because I use one all the fucking time. If you were a servant in the Fate series, what would be your class, name, and noble phantasm? I would be Berserker, AV, and just using like giant sound wave bursting swords that would just make people's heads explode. How long have you been voice acting, and do you think the Blue Yeti mic is decent for entry-level voice acting? I've been voice acting for nearly about 10 years. I started back in 2009 and it really blew up so around 2011. But no, I do not believe the Blue Yeti mic is good entry-level microphone. Don't do it. Editing abridged fun. Hello, darkness, my old friend. What is your favorite anime this season so far, or maybe last season? My favorite anime right now this season is How to Keep a Mummy. It is so cute and so adorable. I absolutely love it. It is just this story of how this kid, his father sends him a little tiny, like, a mummy like this big, like compared to a person, like this tiny little mummy guy, and it's just super adorable and super cute. It's full of supernatural characters and supernatural beings and how humans interact with these, and they're just like, all the supernatural creatures are just basically babies, and I love it. What is your sexuality? I'm into women with TVs for a head. What is your thinking process when it comes to your content? Are there certain things that you have been wanting to do and we can look forward to? I am always trying to figure out new ways to make content the way I've always made it. Keep in mind, I've been doing this for so long, and also on top of that, just like so ingrained in what I'm doing, like I don't exactly know writing wise how to implement something that isn't already there, but I would love to constantly try and change things up and make things look new, or try and do things like recently with the how to be a mage video, like the moving eyes. Like I managed to make a character roll their eyes. I also had an artist friend assist with me with the whole mouth and facial expression change for Tion when she was yelling at Tiona. So it's a whole bunch of things that I really want to try. So one of my biggest thinking processes when it comes to making something is figuring out how to do it in like probably the last second, honestly. Can you see out of your TV? Yes. What is your biggest goal in life? To become a professional voice actor. What would you do with the drunken sailor? I would just leave him where he is. Probably find his place, tuck him in. Also, looking forward to any conventions coming up. Actually, I am looking forward to going to Animazement over in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am going to be meeting one of my own personal friends, and also I'm just going to hang out there. Any of you guys who are in North Carolina heading to Animazement, please let me know. I would love to meet you. When will I get my papayas? The holy papaya! Least favorite waifu. Okay, before we really get into this, I want to let you guys know that Hestia is not my top waifu. Saber is. Saber is best girl to me, as you can tell. Hestia is my second favorite, not for all the right reasons though. I do have my favorites for boys, I do have my favorites for girls, I do have my favorite characters who top in their own rank, but just so you guys know, like there is no like special or specific reason why what character is meaningful to me in what way. Thoughts on Pop Team Epic? It's actually really funny. Life Abridged. I can tell you right now. Oh, child, things are gonna get. Why do you always do harem anime? Why not try something like Attack on Titan or Tokyo Ghoul? To be honest, I have actually tried non-harem anime. Actually, take a look at Fate Zero, Makaku, or fucking the one episodes that I have done of Persona 4 and also Fruits Basket, but that was years ago. Just to keep in mind, like the reason why like I continue to do How to Be an Adventurer is because it does well. It gets people to watch it and people like watching it. So yeah. Sorry, my dude. I mean, there are also reasons why I wouldn't do Attack on Titan, because Attack on Titan has been done by so many people, and also it's been done so well by one person already that I have no reason to do it, and everybody and their fucking mother has done a Tokyo Ghoul Abridged. I don't think I want to throw myself into that. Have you ever ran like a Naruto character before, or got so angry you screamed like a Super Saiyan? What are you talking about? I scream like a Super Saiyan all the fucking time! How much will it cost to get your autograph? Absolutely fucking nothing. Although I would like for some company to come up and say, hey, can we take you to this convention at Anime Expo and have you sit down and do autographs all day? I would love to do that. That would be very fun. If you had a fully functional robotic arm with additional functions, arm gun, extendable reach, what would you get? Limit 3, you could only have so much arm. I completely agree. I mean, there's only so much you can do with an arm. I would pretty much like all my fingers and some part of my hand is just several different like tools, like drills and little Phillip heads and all those things, and soldering little irons on certain ends. Somewhere around here, I probably have a nice big old arm blade. It just opens up and swing. And somewhere around here, I would probably install like a repulsor, like a giant shield, and I just go like this and just go. All the sounds I make. Do you listen to rock metal music? And if so, who is your favorite band? Mine is Chevelle. Metallica. I have almost every single Metallica album on my iTunes that I have bought myself because I love Metallica. What is a good starting anime to start off with? If you are fairly new to anime, any suggestions for personal favorites as well? There's so many out there that I can't really tell you which one's a good, perfect one. I would say just find something that really suits what you are really into. Do you like action? Do you like comedy? Do you like drama or something like that? Honestly, if you want my personal opinion, maybe Full Metal Alchemist or Death Note, Attack on Titan still relatively cool. My Hero Academia, or people are gonna fucking get angry at me for saying that, but My Hero is also a relatively good one to get started into. Something that has a really good story, that way you can establish, you know, the good anime, and animes that you don't have to really invest yourself into, because if their story or if their animation or something about them that you don't like, you can just stop. What hobbies do you have outside of YouTube, and did any of those hobbies inspire your career? Video games and card games and other fun stuff like that, you know what I mean? I would say even voice acting was still a hobby. Making videos was a hobby still, like, and that's what kind of just got me here today. If you could live life in one anime world, what anime would you pick? I would love to be a mage in the ancient Magus Bride, because I would have a very long life. I get to experience so many things with magic, and also just other stuff that I think is relatively interesting about the world. Dragons exist there. Why would I not want to live there? And dragons are even friendly. Come on, that's like a bonus. If you were a monster, what would you be? What special quality or ability would you have? Dragon, red dragon, unless you're Thordak, but he was a bitch. If you could have any mythological creature for a friend, what would it be? A dragon! I'm not kidding you guys. I love dragons. Dragons are my thing. Like, come on, like, hold on. I got this for Christmas this year for my mother. I found this, I believe, at a Goodwill one day. Look at all my flighty bitey boys for D&D. So yeah, short and simple answer, dragons. What is your spirit animal? Dogs are the best. They're good boys. I love them. What is your favorite Another World anime? ReZero, are you going to watch Batman Ninja? Absolutely, it looks amazing. Alrighty then, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thank you guys so much for asking me your questions. I'll be definitely asking you guys to ask me more questions a little bit later. Now that I am free from all my abridging chains, I can finally get back into making other content as well. So thank you guys so much, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Laters, have some papayas.